Hello, this is the Watchdog. Welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Specht Sohne POL-1, homage to a Piaget Polo 79. With the wrist check, I'm wearing this Christopher Ward 12 in titanium. I finally got the extra links I needed to make it fit. So thanks to Christopher Ward for sending those links. Then I also asked him to send me a rubber strap, because then I can show it to you on the rubber strap too. So we'll see if they think that's a good idea or not. And Grego's around my Militado ML12, which I just discovered has a ghost date. Grego said that Lando Calrissian was invited to be on a new competition show on Disney Plus where he has to dance with Cy Snoodles. It's called Dancing with the Star Wars. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this Specht Sohne box and comes with a very nice polishing cloth. And here is the watch. Isn't that a good looking watch? Look how thin it is. I've been very impressed with this watch. So if you want something blingy, I don't think you can do much wrong with this watch. Another Specht Sohne on my channel, whereas Pagani Design focuses more on the Rolex and Omega side of the Swiss luxury watch world, Specht Sohne focuses more on the big three and fills a gap in the sub $100 homage watch range. This POL-1 is not a big three homage, but instead homages the Piaget Polo 79, which has earned the reputation of being popular among made men and was even recently featured on the TV show The Tulsa King. This is a super thin quartz watch with no running second hand and an integrated bracelet, so integrated that you're not going to put it on a strap without much effort and customization. This watch comes in 5 different colorways. I chose the gold tone due to the mob connection. If you don't like the gold, you can get plain stainless steel with your choice of 4 different dials. You can have blue, black, silvery, or gray. The bracelet is the only option. The watch is 37 millimeters if you measure at the case, but only 32 millimeters if you measure at the bezel. It's 40 millimeters long and only 7.8 millimeters thick. Can you believe that? It's super thin. And the lug width does not apply, but it's 23 millimeters where the bracelet meets the case, and it tapers down to 18 at the butterfly clasp, and weighs 109 grams on the supplied bracelet with 2 links removed. The bezel's a nice bezel, and it has the little lines that match up with the case. So that's really good. And then we have the dial. The dial too has the lines, and it just looks really impressive. It says Specht Sohne up top. No mention of water resistance or quartz or anything. You get 50 meters. Then you get the little dots for the minute markers. Really nice looking dial. And then you have the, I don't remember what this type of hand is called. It's not Dauphine. I guess they're sword hands. And there's no running second hand, although I think the movement supports it. But they had to do that to keep it nice and thin. And I'm fine with this because as far as I'm concerned, this is a dress watch, so you don't need a running second hand. And there is no date on this watch, but unfortunately there is a ghost date. Ghost dates don't really bug me that much, but it does bug some people. So if you don't like having a ghost date, I don't know what to tell you. Then the crown is a screw down. I don't know why. It's a 50-meter dress watch. I don't know why you need a screw down crown, but that's what it is. It's unsigned, but the crown action itself is great. Lots of resistance when you turn it. Then when you go to press it in, there's absolutely no minute hand jump or anything like that. And when you do go to screw it back down, the threads catch right away, and it's not a, you don't feel like you're going to strip it. So it's a good screw down crown. It just seems unnecessary for a 50-meter dress watch. And then we have the crystal sapphire. I had my doubts because there's hardly any reflection, but I tested it and it's definitely sapphire. So it must have some kind of AR undercoat or something. So it's wonderful. Really good crystal. And then we have the case. The case is super thin and it has the proper horizontal lines. And I'm a big fan of this case and this watch design. Once again, super thin, and it just, everything lines up. It's good. And then we have the case back. It's a screw down. It says stainless steel, water resistant, Japan movement, Specht Sohne. And it's a screw down case back. And once again, you get 50 meters, not 30. So you could go swimming with this if you wanted, but do you really want to swim with a watch like this? I don't know. Underneath the case back is the VX3K movement. It says it's a Japanese movement. I looked it up, and it looks like it's a part of the Seiko group, and it might be an Epson, but then I also said a Hattori, which also makes movements in the Seiko group, so I don't know which one it is. I didn't want to open it, so we'll just assume it's an Epson. And once again, it has a ghost date. Then we have the bracelet. As you can see, this is a true integrated bracelet because you're not going to be putting anything else on this watch unless you can find an end like this. And it's held on by these two little tiny screws, really tiny. So if you ever want to try to change this strap, good luck, because you got to find one with an end this thin. And then you have to deal with these little bitty screws. So if I was you, I would just leave it on this bracelet. If you want it on a strap, buy another watch, because you're just going to have a heck of a trying to put this on a strap. Then the links, as you can see, they're held on by these, they look like kind of like clubs from a deck of cards. And then when it comes to the sizing ones, you have a little bitty screw here that holds them together. You remove the screw and then you can slide these out. And trust me, these screws are tiny and they are quite difficult to unscrew because they're so tiny. It does come with a tiny screwdriver, but usually when I go to size the watch, I'll try to make it take a link off one side and a link off the other, but this time I just took two off of one side because it was so difficult. And then I ended up dropping one of these tiny screws in the carpet, and no, I could not find it. But I did contact the store I bought this from and asked them if they would send me some more screws, and they said sure, no problem. They had to charge me 10 cents just so they could make a order. So I figured 10 cents was a lot better than digging through the carpet trying to find this thing. And they sent me 3 of them. So when I sell this watch, there'll be 2 extra screws. So that way if somebody else drops one in the carpet, they'll have some extras. And since they were so good at sending me screws, I assumed that they would send you more links too if you needed more. Because once again, I only removed 2. So if your wrist is bigger than 8, you might need some more links. But really, if you're buying this watch to keep, you might want to take this to a watch guy to size, because it was really, this is probably one of the most difficult bracelets I've ever had to size. And I was just, when I finally got one of these little screws back in, because you have to hold it in with tweezers, because that's the only way. When I finally got them in, I was just so proud of myself. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears nice. Look how thin that is, and look how it contours to the wrist. It sits nice and flat. Once again, I removed 2 links. So 8, possibly 8 1/4 is the best you're going to do without more links. And once again, Specht Sohne sent me some screws, so I'm sure they'll send you some links. So when you order this one, if you need some more, just ask, and I'm sure they'll put some more in the box. But very pleased with this watch. There is no loom on this watch, so we will not be taking a trip into the loom room. What do I like about this watch? It looks and wears great. It's super thin. And they really pulled off the Piaget Polo 79 look. And it has a first-rate sapphire crystal with hardly any reflection. What are my gripes and groans? Really difficult to size. These screws are just so tiny. And you'll never get this on a strap. If you want it on a strap, good luck with that. And why do we need a screw down crown on a 50-meter dress watch? Do I recommend this watch? Of course, this watch is too good looking not to not recommend. You may not be in the mob, but you'll still have fun wearing this bling around. You can at least take it to the Sons of Italy spaghetti feed. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Specht Sohne POL-1, and I'll be back with another review. I'm kind of caught up with unboxings for a while, but I still have plenty of watches to review. In fact, I have 16, so I'm going to stop ordering anyway, tariff or no tariff. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link and I'll get a tiny commission. But those tiny commissions do add up. And I guess I'll need all the commissions I can get, considering that the people aren't going to be ordering as much due to the higher prices. But so far, this one doesn't seem to have, they haven't raised the price yet on this one. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. There you are, all 6 of you. And I still haven't sold a Members Choice watch. Once again, I'm hoping sales will pick up soon. Bye.